G'day, it's Chris, and thanks for clicking on the link. In a second, you're about to see a story that I actually produced and my Patreon saw earlier this week and maybe even last week. So if you want to come and see this sort of stuff, please do consider joining me over here on Patreon. Otherwise, enjoy. When it comes to Teslas, what's the one thing I keep criticizing about? Is it infrastructure? No. A CEO adds features based upon user requests? No. Is the amazing powertrains and battery management? Bleeding edge tech? Nah, none of that, no. It's actually about not having Android Auto or Apple CarPlay. Seriously, this is one thing that I think Tesla could integrate really well into its massive screens, devote just one section of the screen to it, like maybe 2/3, sort of 1/3 thing, keep the speedometer stuff on that side and just have the phone mirror on the other side. It could be really good. It really could. Imagine any app that you want on that screen instead of just being, having to put up with what Tesla gives you. Think about Waze. Think about, other stuff that you just can't get in Teslas. That said, I point to yet another car maker who responded to owners' requests to have for the Polestar 2 to have a better route planner built in to its cars. Because these cars, that's the Polestar 2 that is, they're actually using Android Automotive, and that's baked into the infotainment system. The new app was developed by the creator of a better route planner and brings it with revered EV route planning capabilities directly into the car. If you're not sure on what a better route planner is, let me say this. If you have an EV, you need to look into it, create yourself an account, and definitely get on board. Developed by Bo and his team, this very powerful online tool enables you to enter your car's make and model, and with the massive EV database that they have, they then understand what your car's range is, what its efficiency is, and then location of charges on your given route. Therefore, it actually helps you with your route planning. Get the idea? A better route planner. And then it will tell you where you need to maybe stop, how long you're going to stop for, what battery to expect when you arrive somewhere, and you can even do navigation with it. And no, I'm not sponsored, but that would be nice. Hi. Contact links below. So, getting back to this story. This mandatory service, highly favored by almost all EV drivers, allows Polestar 2 drivers to effectively plan their charging requirements and get greater accuracy along the chosen route. In Polestar 2, the routing can also be transferred to Google Maps, allowing the driver to continue to benefit from the integration with Google Maps as well as a better route planner. To me, this integration in the Polestar 2, I think, exemplifies the benefits of Google Android Auto and CarPlay, Apple CarPlay, because this is again yet another app that at the moment you can kind of do it through the Tesla web browser, but it's just nowhere as near as refined as what you can actually do here from the guys at Better Route Planner. So again, Elon, I'm asking you, dude, how about it? You've got a premium car, almost all other car makers integrate it. Yeah, maybe? Okay, who here loves motorbikes? Shamefully, I do, and I used to ride them for years. But that all changed a few years ago when I started getting serious about decreasing our impact on the environment. So, you know what you do about it? You go electric. But if you have a classic scooter like a Vespa, that's not really an easy job unless you're skilled at doing EV conversions. Enter Retrospective Scooters and their conversion kit for classic Vespa and Lambretta scooters. Yep, your favorite scooter can now be eco-friendly, quiet, clean, and powerful thanks to this conversion kit. Available in 3 battery configurations, meaning 48 to almost 200 kilometers of range, the converted scooters are capable of doing up to 100 kilometers per hour from a reasonable price delivered of $6,500, most likely in a country near you. Available in 5 different chassis types, you can order one of these units and ship them anywhere in the world, meaning that Aussies who love their Vespas but also want to go a little bit more clean and green than they currently are, you can get one of these bad little suckers out here and start getting busy. Commit this to your memory banks. ADR 4304. Rolls off your tongue, doesn't it? Australian Design Rule 4304 states that vehicle width shall not be greater than 2500 millimeters, which is a problem if you're a Tesla semi-truck. You see, the Tesla Semi is actually 2,534 millimeters wide. That's just 3.4 centimeters too wide for our roads. Imagine that. Your fancy new game-changing electric truck won't get a look in here because it's just a few millimeters too wide for our roads. And so Tesla, not wanting our country to miss out, submitted a paper to the National Transport Commission, who is currently reviewing the Australian Design Rule. And here are a few interesting quotes in their submission. Australia has lagged the world on electric vehicle uptake in passenger and light commercial sectors. To avoid replicating that mistake for heavy vehicles, this review has an important role in identifying and clearing barriers to electrification. The clearest immediate barrier from Tesla's perspective is Australia's 2500mm width limit in ADR 4304. The Tesla Semi, for example, is 2,534mm wide. The US allows 2,600mm and the EU 2,550mm. The Commission will be aware that given Australia's small size in comparison to global markets, inconsistencies like this between Australian regulations and larger markets will delay or preclude vehicles coming to local markets. And so the pessimist in me thinks that bureaucracy in Australia is slow to change. I think that Australia will actually miss out on the first generation of electric heavy vehicles such as the Tesla Semi, and that will have a massive impact. You've got the usual rising CO2 levels, failing on our Paris Agreement targets, climate change, and not to neglect how not going electric will hamper market readiness, competitiveness, and savings to consumers and businesses. So here's hoping the Commission actually changes this ADR rule and we will soon see the Tesla Semi in Australia. Okay, well, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Again, if you haven't already, subscribe, it does help. Join these awesome individuals over here on Patreon. And just a reminder that coming this weekend is the Off-Grid Festival in El Dorado. Go check it out. I left a link down below. And otherwise, hey, you be good and you be green.